Hey there. Before we get into today's episode, I've got something exciting to share with you. On Thursday, January the 9th, I'm hosting a free interactive co-working session to help you kick off Q1 with clarity and confidence. In 1 hour, we'll work together to pick the right goal for the season of your life, identify the resources you already have to make progress, and build a plan that actually works. No more spinning your wheels. This is the same process that helped me leave my part-time job and grow my business, and I can't wait to share it with you. So don't wait. Head to the show notes now and click the link to grab your seat. Let's make 2025 the year you finally take action on the goals that matter most to you. I'll see you there.
Or to do whatever else that your heart desires. So grab a pen and a piece of paper and get ready to take some notes. Let's dive into episode number 52. Welcome back to the More Than Capable Mompreneur podcast. I'm Shannon Baker, a coffee-loving mompreneur that started as a virtual assistant and turned into a total systems geek. And I want to help you shift your mindset and embrace your worthiness while creating systems in your business so you can be more productive and build success on your own terms without the mom guilt. Are you loving that? Well, I hope you're ready for real conversations that will help you beat the perfectionist inside, rediscover your strengths, and up-level your self-love in the mom cracks of time so you can stop letting fear hold you back because you are enough and you do enough. We are more than capable mompreneurs. So grab your cup of coffee, some sparkling water, or pour a glass of your favorite wine and let's dive in. I don't know about you, but I'm excited because spring is right around the corner. But that also means that now is a good time for you to spring clean your business operations so that your business runs more efficiently. Why is that? Because small changes can have a big impact. And let's be honest, I'm sure your house isn't the only thing that can use a little dusting, maybe a fresh coat of paint, some new accessories, just to change things up a bit. Well, guess what? Your business operations need the same type of attention to make sure you have a successful year. So I'm going to share 3 areas with you today that you can spruce up a little bit so that you can make small changes that are going to improve the efficiency of your operations and, most importantly, improve your bottom line. So let's go ahead and dive in. First, I need you to spring clean your customer care process. What's the first impression that you make based on customer interaction with you online? If you don't have a streamlined process, you're probably leaving people feeling confused and even frustrated. Either way, that can be very costly. So I need you to do a few things to make sure that your customer care process gives people that warm and fuzzy feeling when it comes to you and your business, because your brand reputation is at stake. So the first thing you need to do is document your system and automate your process where possible. If you have a documented process, you can track your efforts and make adjustments to improve your results, but you can't make improvements on something that doesn't exist. Your process needs to outline what you do after you receive a request from someone online, when you follow up, and how you follow up with them. The great thing about this is that you can automate many of the steps to save you time and to track the leads so that you can follow up. I know you've heard the saying, the fortune is in the follow-up. So let me tell you a little bit about what's included in my customer care process. Google Sheets, Trello, Zapier, and response templates. Now, if you want to know more about the details of my process, go back and listen to episodes 6 and 22, where I talk about creating super fans or raving fans that do free marketing for you. Now, a little bit more about my process. It also includes an online scheduler. There's a link to my scheduler in my response templates. All I have to do is literally copy the message, customize it, and send it. And since my Acuity account is synced to my Google Calendar, it reflects my availability in a real time. So people can book calls at a time that is convenient for them based on my availability. And I don't have to do anything once I send that message. Acuity even sends a confirmation email automatically and a reminder email the day before. And if they need to change that appointment, there are links inside of those reminder emails where they can do so. Again, hands-free. I don't touch it. So if you don't have response templates for frequently asked questions or FAQs, now is definitely the time for you to create some. This is also a great time for you to start using an online scheduler if you haven't used one yet. Now, if you'd like a template to get your customer care process in place, response templates as well, then be sure to grab a copy of my free customer care process template. It can be easily customized to fit your business so that you can get those basic things in place in a short amount of time. A link to that is also going to be in the show notes. Next thing, I need you to spring clean your inbox. How many hours do you think you spend in your inbox every week? No need to guess, I'm going to tell you. 10 hours minimum. That is the average amount of time one person spends reading and responding to emails, and you may even spend more in there if you don't have any templates. Now, while I'm not the master of inbox zero, my inbox is very organized and I can find what I need very quickly. Not to mention, I am not a slave to my inbox experiencing anxiety because I check emails all day, every day, or if I'm away from my inbox, I'm afraid of how many emails have come in. Now, you may be one of a million women that has an inbox with a very high number of emails that have to be sorted, deleted, and responded to. But I have a 6-step process that's going to help you get that cleaned up. Go back and listen to episode 19 for those detailed steps. But also make sure you grab a copy of my ebook, which goes into detail about how you can set up a more sustainable method that is way better than inbox zero. And then once you get that inbox under control, you need to identify specific times that you're going to check your emails, when you're going to sort them, and when you're going to reply to emails that take more than 2 minutes of your time. And if you use Gmail, there are some built-in features that you can use to save you time. And in episode number 46, I share 5 Gmail hacks that will help you sort, organize automatically your emails as they come in. You have to set them up and then you're done. That will save you so much time. Again, that's episode number 46. Now, the last area, your expense management or all those receipts that you need for your business. The arrival of spring coincides with tax season. So this usually means you're also stressed out because your accountant, if they aren't already, is going to be breathing down your neck for documentation and you can't find it. So here's an easy way to change that this year, which will also eliminate stacks of receipts, crumpled up receipts at that, and a bunch of papers in your office. 1. Create an admin email address that's only for electronic receipts. That's for your online purchases, monthly subscription notices, etc. All those things that come directly to your inbox. And forward them to the email address. Here's another hint if you don't want another inbox. You can create filters, one of those Gmail hacks that I referred to, that will automatically sort these emails for you. The second thing you can do is take a picture of paper receipts with your phone. Now, if you use accounting software like QuickBooks or Xero, anything like that, you can automatically upload a photo of your paper receipts into those apps. But if you don't, you can also create a folder in your Dropbox, Google Drive, or OneDrive account where you take a photo and upload those receipts into the folder. That way, you capture your expenses on the go. You don't have to worry about those pieces of paper. And if you would like some more tips to help you create a simple bookkeeping system, then definitely make sure you tune into next week's episode, because Stacy Izella is a profitability coach who's going to share her 4-step basic bookkeeping system with us that you can implement and then maintain in as little as 10 minutes a week. You know, I call those the mom cracks of time. So I loved it when she said that. So that's it. Those are the 3 areas that I want you to focus on spring cleaning right now. I think I've given you enough homework for the moment. So let's review them very quickly. 1, Spring clean your customer care process. Your customer care provides a glimpse into the inner workings of your business. This affects your number of ideal clients, the number of happy clients you have, and the number of referrals that you receive based on how you've interacted with them. So make sure you take a close look at yours to make sure it's customer focused and creates those super fans. Area number 2, spring clean your inbox. You can get back at least 10 hours a week in your schedule by getting your inbox sorted, organized, and under control, and establishing a schedule for keeping it that way and responding to messages. And if you use Gmail, make sure you use those hacks, which are built-in features that you don't have to pay for, to automate a lot of the sorting and organizing for you. The last area, spring clean your expense management. Eliminate that text time scramble and organize your receipts electronically this year. That eliminates the lost receipts, the crumbled pieces of paper, and a stack of paper receipts that pile up in your office. I know your accountant is going to love you for this, and they won't have to hound you for missing receipts. Now, let me remind you of why this is important. When you are preoccupied with the tasks it takes to run your business, you don't have the ability to look at the big picture, which is what helps you grow your business. But when you audit your operations or do some spring cleaning like I've been talking about, you see ways that you can optimize or improve your business operations so that they're more efficient, which saves you time. That's your most valuable resource. So make sure you go back and listen to the other episodes that I mentioned. Check out my free online resource vault, which has those freebies, and use them all to spruce up these 3 areas of your business. Links to all of them are located in the show notes. And if you haven't already done so, make sure you join my podcast email list so that the links to new episodes like next week's come straight to your inbox. Remember, you don't want to miss next week's episode where Stacey Izetta of the Small Business BFF shares a simple 4-step bookkeeping system with us. I want to thank you so much for joining me for this week's spring cleaning episode. If you enjoyed it, please let me know. Take a screenshot, post it in Instagram stories, and tag me at @the_Shannon Baker. And don't forget, you are more than enough. So until next time, keep calm and streamline.